If, by insight, the charge is radical adjacency, then stationary becomes relative to clause. Ricochet pedantry, colloquial to turn, answer, loss. Debilitating, ice rinks. Mexican Islam, alternating between pissing and tall boys and cans of seltzer. The possibility, highly mannered, etched or like this constructed. Dwindling returns. Recollection, and an appended phrase, in addition to inconsistencies. A bold pride considering the situation. I take Pitt's Victor to the Monroe Regmans because I can drive along the Erie Canal. Brief statements make more sense in sequence, contributing to a cumulative drift. Weak linguistics, Finding Nemo, nouns. The stains on the IKEA wood, I don't know. Refusal to speak, not inability. These days are not as advertised. The gums bleed. The alcohol is weak. The internet is boring. Then there is never word glibness. Verbal intellect, more the test, the emulation. As I write, the whole thing comes back to me, one after another, and is poetry. I don't know what's more dangerous, opinions or facts. Horn says sequence. Horn says bland representation. I'm putting together this blackened disco mix for vitrine. There's no reason to write books. Can't remember how to digitally rip vinyl. Boundary decline. The Burgundy prefecture. Papers in order. Like Morocco, but in a book. Travelogues written while staying in bed until 1 in the afternoon. I contacted Gabby. She said, muscle memory, Lawrence Stern, egalitarian, not so, having trouble subtracting fraction, within trust in the crack, distro emails, shutting out your doors. I hear they treated for mourning, though we're brought out now is silken tassel, gather the hay and counts the very gathering, the sunlit panorama. The paper is cut at an angle, the dime doesn't fit in the slot, and why should it? Pool days, 23 in a hand-numbered edition of 15. Bring a bag lunch without the bag. The recognition of debt. And the temperamental call of wonder. Underground cassette label. It's not so easy to learn humility when your back's up against the wall. Illegible modernism. High modernist. High mannerist experimentalism. Now sound no note. Give me to hold the sweet, varied instruments and the small drums. Over the carnage, via pulling pristine effuse, all written between 1608 and tardy East. All water sounds. Trickle. Proud, even sentence. How a thing looks to laugh. How a thing looks. How a laugh looks to identical logics. I'm not calligraphy or placement. Go to Staples. The handwriting in late August. The music made by lawn maintenance. I've decided to start normalizing my audio in Audacity before exporting it as a WAV file. Maybe have Sean start. Maybe have Sean master everything I do. My computer doesn't even have an SD port. You, nearly that way. An external hard drive as a specious guide to this rope beach. Perhaps a dalliance with signs. Suicide. Suicide again. Paul McCarthy's hiding. Dishes. Alan, I do not have your back. The laundry list. The zeal is coming in a small manner, according that is. In other words, thought. I hate when I click a link and it's funk. The hand looks so different than what it writes. Suspicious of words. Dear Cuba, 1 year later, reaching into my pocket for $1, sending pennies and nickels all over the floor. Just writing me to find a word in and of itself, or the word's relation to other words. The little important factor, the size of the book. Size of the hand holding the book. Uninteresting, even as might happen, bearable in size. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Casually, the joke, casually, the ghost of an argument crosses the border. The repetition of diet and a tertiary calm of whatever. Bad jokes make me laugh. I worked with Tom until after 3 in the morning, following Madam Bowman called a Graham gig in Queens. Took a cab back to Alessandra's empty apartment. Pass out on the 3rd floor landing, using a bike tire as a pillow. Calm. The receptionist made for wonder, do or wander off. The sign was removed, but I can still read the word copyright on the nippled stone. Wit, compared, intolerable. The footsteps, science fiction. Mail orders completed over time. Our stepping traditional odd, good hello, sequenced by whim's misfortune. Why sense of north, when we're blue therefore? Alan Mozak has no intention. Abortive sessions. Nothing new. Some coughing on tape. Every lake is need or without system. He's conned by the world bluff. Heard a lot of bad things about you. Late Muker rented out a flat on the east side of the city. Got a temp job at a Jewish community center. The demon sleeps with one leg under the covers and one leg out. The window open. The rain of contemporary phase. Phasing like scatter place. Word range, the very destination, turned in neighbor example. Told otherwise by distinction, It so happened that rumor will flip, while trail receives large jackets. Dude's a creep. Passing blame is a matter of increments. 24 hours in antiquity. In many books that followed is crept plastic social with this verb reinforcer. The beanbag. Alignment is style by full soliloquy under crane acrostic. The house which looks like a mushroom. The window is open to the living room. AC. The door is open to the porch. The door is open to the garage.
I'm planning on buying a car this weekend.
The window is open to the study. The window is open to the bedroom. Thin walls. The door is closed to the bedroom. Blurry canal. Rousseau restless statement. Spontaneous little risk. Spoils by declension and ripe failure to adapt. Some refusal to cut into fragments, and I see not need to argue particulars. Whiskies on the bookshelf. Night pornography, fish in hand. In the image, the computer screen is blue, in dialogue. And once again, leaving trace ordinary white. The garrison in sleep comes against distance. Emily, no, not nine, no, so yes, rather could find Dickinson. Trust exists in the crack of a candle. Magnetic pail. The little misplaced and warrant for sense of sight. Christian on roll. Hi guy. Background noise. Anticipation of the after. Cell phone call. Do not call. They thought to adopt or submit to a purpose. From here, the wind blows. Here is where the wind dies. Anything, a thing to see slowly. The courthouse. Ticket for public urination. The Bedford Avenue stop. Old academic joke. Mistaking creative contacts for friends.
One word. Either leaving. Leave. Remember, President and John similar elsewhere. Tell them. Speak. Now, finally.
Questions are more correctly science fiction or comedy. Mistaking whiskey for a new water of eligible geography. Catalyst. Catalyst. Could tell us. If you don't want to make it into the poem, don't make it into my life. There are no other reasons to write books than ideas pilfered from science fiction. Grand caps on earth. Realistic, real to real. Highly mannered. I don't believe these people would ever set foot in the mall if not for the Apple Store. I do not doubt that now I walk by the shore, whatever their account edition. Blatant, with the measure of shame. The coward nephew to the guitarist. Duty, forthcoming by ribbons of color and shoeless decision-making.
Make more sense.
Like glass, we still liquid.
Contributing to a cumulative drift.
I wake up shameless with no.
Finding Nemo.
The divorce greeting.
Noun.
The juice killer. The shame that
The ideal
continues to disappear.
I don't know. Refusal to
Craft
speak.
with the
Ability.
delays,
These
days,
days
and
are rather
weather.
prepositions.
It took so long for a natural
The
reaction.
internet is born.
A million Americans. How October.
Then the
Snow and ice on the street.
then
The
the
movement, the two-angle, as she flew into the open.
never,
The agent of exchange.
never
Running a label is a bit too much like owning a baseball team.
the emulation.
Complaining about anything stew. Dante, one afternoon,
One after
I had
another.
one no
And
eventually.
his coach.
Kimchi or
I don't know
bread box. The 7-Eleven Daniel Street where Gabby and I used to live in West Philly.
Putting together wacky disco. There's no reason. There's no reason.
Yes. If I save $600, I can get to Vegas. Beyond P, reaction known or lack of inspiration. Literature to prepare for bad weather. Green
Boundary
screen.
decline.
Million Americans plus one.
Burgundy.
He's not moved by knowledge. Something close.
Lake Morocco.
From where I'm walking,
Put in a book.
next to a Rite Aid.
Travelodge.
Down in the apple
Stay
tree.
in bed for one.
I'm sitting near the book by extracting the following volume.
Contacted Gabby.
Splinters, breaks, holes, and
Personal
explosive,
memory.
soothing music over my head.
Egalitarian.
This week, the mind flowers as is season.
Having trouble.
I thought the word bluff is something I could safely contain in my intellect.
Distro.
Clumsy wreckage, trajectory, K1, Blues Queen, territory gum. Another cassette sounds like someone dropping the contents of their pockets on the floor for working at their desk. Cryptic, supplementary, podiatry doctor. Marky Smith is wearing a huge ring and reminding me of Toad in the Willow.
23 is a 10-numbered edition.
Ingenious scan that so translation much hence below myself. Had I from which therefore cadence
The temperamental
the expanding denial, since before her life,
It's not
Jason
so
Heaney.
easy to learn humility.
for I am the future of these states, while remaining true to the poet, reminiscence that years ago, at the expense of all the rest, the plan of old world lands and literature,
Give me the whole
our own nature immuning,
small drop
noiseless as mist,
over the carnage.
embroiling the handsome contestant through the sky space, some flowers on a plate. Therefore, curious time, television. He walks into the door, right it, and then forget. Jacob, Bob, Jesse, Sana. There are too many poems. Every purpose of a looking critic. As of the moment, practice as a critic. Memo consists on it in the slight, deter, deny, terrace, tapes of people talking and writing. There will be no collective poems, published with third, misheard, Barnes and Noble, seeing a condensed push from shore, crowd, seeds, sentence of departure. Within truth is the craft, that travel bag, which I smuggled black velvet whiskey to my parents' house. This is it, real as an ultimate feed of memory. Brick walls even constantly. Super 8, whose murmur blankets green as a choice rather than a color or embellishment. If you don't want to make it into the poem, then make it in my life. Proud, sure afternoon, we go history. We go in and there with minor snatches. Personal, dinner clear, the checks clear. Fucking jackal. Beginning of the mouth, they pass out on the street. Vote to give structure to serve as a promise under the easel message is sunder. Highly mannered. Haven't had call Stewart overtaken after those two because he's been missing upon. The beggar is just supposition. Lost. The beggar to the supposition. Lost. Owing admit. Relinquished point. It's fractured. Wheeled to the submerged. Lewis. Should I buy a Blu-ray player? To be quick. To be a quick, studious insight. I'm no recall. Came again. As an alternating limits to surprise. Nikki. I don't think I can take it anymore. Highly mannered. Visual essay in response to well-intentioned regard. There's no reason save the means, focus, maybe numerous afternoons, dim matter, but not going seriousness, going idle. Denton, the Philadelphia, the spent of the, if the change is so indiscreet, when, such is a piece of identical weight. When we, too old in a space go as to speed, such is an intention. Words themselves seem to tend to, with moves, minimizes Milton Avery. That chance. Mike, one word. You were reading. Laziness. Remember, was it as to stop and often gather particular? Two more general admissions begin the contour break, which has from enough similar elsewhere. The big comfy couch. Blues Clues. Goodwill turns consideration cross different to national getting. The one hint of age shorter on of no property. The retina by sound is violence to the taste, says Tom. Exact abbreviation to the draw cheat. By nature, in the colony it is certain I cannot follow the discourse afterward. Unstudied, almost absent. The trains don't run on oil. They run on time. At the tail end of the tall boy, life is protracted. Prices on the collector's market. Road missing the gap between statements. Whiskey and broken flag tapes. Spiral-bound call dalliance. Spiral call-bound dalliance of the greatest inside horizon. It's this copy of Boot. Charitable pessimism. Emotion has no bearing on worth or significance. What fits in a hat? They must. The announcement. Against real surprise. I live 2 miles. Not rise to mind. Expect open. You sing. That's if by his books. That's if by his thinking. Individual heights on his own mentality. The sort of thing you read about in books. It's not like it gets any easier. The word bluff. What a joke. Wearing the burqa. Pretending solace is sincerity. Entering the Burgundy prefecture.
Enter K. K came as these things often do, soft at first, then hard, with bivouacs and water and alien scents. A burgundy aroma. The senseless metals were to follow, but not yet. Yes, K came as these things often do, says Helga Zint. And who am I to argue? I'm just a journalist. I record facts as they come. I record whatsoever it is, as long as it comes. It isn't my place to judge which is more dangerous, opinions or facts. As such, it would be vulgar to attribute resentment or fear to something outside human ken. This realization was a hard one for many in the wake of K's arrival. Most people could not disassociate facts from reality, the knowledge that architecture does not manifest for the benefit of mankind. The biology turned the anatomy of nothing. The shock was the shadow of K. Many lapsed into a narcoleptic state, which Helga Zint dubbed psycho-binary spatialism. Not me, of course. I'm just a journalist, which is to say, I have a hard time speaking about myself. If you asked me 8 months ago, I would be hard-pressed to tell you how buildings figure into my sexual agency or daily respiratory functions. I'm a private man, or at least that's what I've been told. I prefer rooms to spaces. I've never seen the sense in drinking outside. I stay away from New Orleans. Outdoor festivals disgust me. Seems a waste of good beer. People, then, can be described in a wider berth as structurally adjunct. Coming and going is good practice. My name is Y. Belkin. I write for the Weekly Record. The name is a misnomer. It's a news blog which posts irregularly throughout the day. Facts, Helga Zint once told me from the heart of the Nightmare Tower, appear irregularly throughout the day as well. It's not my place to chart or tabulate. I simply record. I'm just a journalist. I work for the Weekly Record. I'm on the payroll. I brew a strong pot of coffee every morning. I plug in the electric percolator first thing before I step into the shower. By the time I'm done, dried off and dressed, the coffee's ready, waiting for me on the kitchen counter. I fill up my thermos and I'm out the door. I'm always on the go. I drink my coffee on the commute. I've drained the thermos by the time I'm off the light rail. I've gotten into the habit of pouring the dregs onto the bushes over by the front entrance to the Weekly Record's main offices. It's a private ritual. We all thrive upon daily occurrence. Even me, Y. Belkin. The dint of cousins, husbandry, K penetrating the infrastructure. The foster child does not exist for the sake of its foster family. K is many things, but not our own. The nest site hypothesis rests, as always, under the wing, a flying buttress. The beaks of brown-headed cowbirds crushed into a fine powder. And then there was K. We laughed when they first materialized on the edge of town, those strange squat structures with no aperture or angle. How funny. Those silly buttresses that supported nothing known. How anachronistic. something new that was in its way so antiquated. There was something troubling in their lack of texture, but then again, who cares about some fresh eyesore on East Avenue or Sanson Lane? We all laughed when they first materialised on the edge of town. Those strange squat structures with no aperture or angle, quicksilver gentrification. There was something troubling in their lack of texture, but then again, who cares about some fresh eyesore on East Avenue or Sanson Lane, well outside of what anyone would classify a decent area? No one cared when the other stories first surfaced, about the asbestos clouds or the crystalline footings. The foster child does not exist for the sake of its foster family. K is many things, but not our own. E, the knowledge that architecture does not manifest for the benefit of any man. Certain things cease to communicate, or, that is, they cease as the landscape shifts. Refer, please, to the conjecture otherwise specified regarding the variable accountancy on malignant urban aggregations as it relates to the rearing habits of the brown-head cowbird. Enter K through the cracks. We're poor incubators for ideas, a sort of infant privilege. The funny thing is, no one seems to mind being made obsolete. Or perhaps the word being is too flamboyant. Simply obsolete. Velbazent argues sentience is earned escape being arbitrary. The nightmare towers make a good roost. Escape K, entering the Burgundy prefecture. The funny smell of social improprieties. I think I like the other story better, the one with a heron, and so I decided to ignore this one. I start clapping. I've always enjoyed birds in classic literature, the galliforms and galliforms, the procellariforms and the strigiforms. I'm just a journalist, but I enjoy a good adventure. K stands for. The story remains unfinished on account of life, or life's weakness. By words, the mind's wings are clipped.
The canal lies behind me. The road is to my left. These are my representative works. Pouring the piss out of bottles. Words are too colorful. These are my representative works. Revising the table of contents by hand. Set forth. Tape Hop X. 4 cartridges. Nomenclature cassette. This is cassette 3. Tape Hop X. 4 cartridges. Bacchus by any other name. Distilia by any other name. Polymester by any other name.
From where I'm standing,
Galanthus
38 hours
by any other
Oakland,
name.
California.
Thisbe by any
From
other
where
name.
I'm standing,
Minotaurus
it's 37
by
hours
any other name.
to Seattle, Washington.
Cornix by any
From where
other
I'm
name.
standing, 5
Axion
hours, 15
by any
minutes
other name.
to Clawson,
Ixion by any other name.
From where I'm standing,
Diomedes,
5 hours,
by any other
15
name.
minutes to Richwood, New
Priam,
York.
by any other
From where
name.
I'm standing,
Verbius,
it's 36
by
hours,
any other name.
Los Angeles, California.
Telamon, by any other
From where I'm
name.
standing,
Nessus,
4 hours,
by any other name.
19 minutes to
Juno,
Vermont,
by any other name.
Ohio.
Bucothia,
From where I'm standing,
by any other name.
it's 5 hours, 20 minutes
Helenomi,
to Baltimore,
by
Maryland.
any other name.
From where I'm
Pan,
standing,
by any other
it's
name.
36 hours,
Iphigenia,
California.
by any other name.
From where I'm
Menelaus,
standing, it's
by any
38
other
hours to Hillsboro,
Elias,
Oregon.
La rivoluzione esige la concentrazione.
From where I'm
Uranus,
standing,
by any other name.
22 hours
La tensione delle forze non tollera
26
gli
minutes.
By
scherzi.
any other name.
to Houston,
Adrastus,
La tensione delle forze non tollera gli scherzi. Non tollera gli stati.
Diana,
7 hours,
by any
La
other
tensione
name.
delle forze non tollera gli
Goshen,
stati.
Ohio.
Boreas, by
From
any
where I'm
other name.
standing, 23
La
hours,
tensione delle forze non tollera gli
By any other name.
from where I'm
Laertes,
standing,
by any other
9
name.
hours, 9 minutes.
Echo,
Elmwood,
by any other
Illinois.
name. Hersey, by any other
From where I'm
name.
standing,
Aeolus,
4 hours,
by any other
56
name.
minutes.
Perdix,
Philadelphia,
by
PA.
any other name.
From where I'm standing,
Leodosis, by any
4
other
hours,
name.
28 minutes.
Apollo,
Oberlin,
by any other name.
Ohio.
Nestor, by any other
From where I'm
name.
standing, 7
Antiphus,
hours, 2
by
minutes.
any other name. Stout, Ganymede,
Virginia.
by any other name.
From where I'm standing,
By any
4
other
hours,
name. Orestes,
42 minutes.
by any other name.
Amherst,
Sethan,
Massachusetts.
Scython, by
From
any
where
other
I'm
name.
standing, it's 5 hours,
Quillo,
18
Aquila,
minutes.
by any other name.
New York.
Creon,
From where I'm
by
standing,
any other name.
it's 4 hours,
Agamemnon,
15 minutes.
by any other name.
Poughkeepsie, New York.
Nomus,
From where I'm
by
standing,
any other name.
it's 5 hours,
Sarpedon,
2 minutes.
by any other name.
Brooklyn, New York. From
Medea,
where I'm standing,
by any other name.
it's 3 hours, 4
Antigone,
minutes.
by any other
Philadelphia,
name.
PA.
Dis,
From where
by
I'm
any other
standing,
name.
it's 3 hours.
Hippomenes,
Il mondo
by any
va
other name.
avanti
Cat
facendo
Annandale,
cazzate per cose
by
serie.
any other
New
name.
York.
Numa,
From where I'm
Al posto
standing,
della
any
verità
other
ti
name.
danno solo bisogno.
4 hours,
Sono stancato di
Lydia,
1 minutes.
sulle
by any other
New
name.
York.
Aeneas,
From where I'm
by
standing,
any other name.
it's 13
Would be
minutes
Aeneas,
to Fairport, New York.
by another name.
From where I'm
Opinions
standing,
are more dangerous
1
than
hour,
facts.
27 minutes.
Names are what we call each other.
8335.
Vedo se
goes
c'è
something
bisogno
like
di qualcosa.
Turnpike,
No,
Manlius, New
that's
York.
not
E
appropriate.
poi mi faccio un caffè.
Reading words
From where
for
I'm
pleasure
standing,
Aspetta.
rather
5
than meaning.
hours, 2 minutes.
Voice redundancy.
To
The
1603
whisper stricture.
South Chadwick Street.
The air conditioning in the church. The pews.
From where I'm standing,
Municipal.
it's 4 hours,
Municipal.
55 minutes.
The names are all funny.
39 Hamilton Street.
Playing games of
Philadelphia,
significance
PA.
with pebbles.
From where I'm standing,
Symptom anomaly is to
4
have
hours,
frequency.
56 minutes.
Slow up.
To
Gradual
604
side.
North
Simple
11th
belligerence.
Street.
Quasi-semblance. Couldn't priority mailers be?
The original direction.
Naming something is the same
Were
as
that next I
saying
would
goodbye.
step out of my bedroom. Well, I would walk around the circumference of my house. Here on East Musket Lane.
That's it.
Pittsford, New York. I would walk around the circumference of my house, starting in my bedroom, where I'm sitting now, and returning to said bedroom, all while counting each pace. Wet outside. In addition to that, the house is full. Both my parents are here, and I feel awkward just walking around. 1, 2 counting, like that. Subconscious, neurotic. Hello, attendants. Hello, Adam. Hello, Adam. What? Second in. And then I would read this closing text. There were distances. Hello, attendants. Hello, Adam. I'm returning the favor. Hello, Tom.
The canal lies behind me. The road is to my left. These are my representative works. Pouring the piss out of bottles. Words are too colorful. These are my representative works. Revising the table of contents by hand.
And with this mic, it ended up being like too sticky. Hang on, I don't hear it in the phones.
canal lies behind me. The road is to my left. These are my representative works, pouring the piss out of bottles. Words are too colorful. These are my representative works, revising the table of contents by hand.
All done. The world bluff. Conversation as composition. The world bluff. The world bluff. Vocal manipulation. Extension via tape. The world bluff. Handwriting as field. Handwriting as form. I've been conned by the world bluff. I'm thinking about giving up. Been conned by the world bluff. I'd rather stay down. The world bluff, etc. These are my representative works. Slight works, etc. These are my representative works. Slight traction by field composition. Listen to me. The World Bluff, Catalog, 2015. Dedicated to no one. Dedicated to one person. Been conned by the World Bluff. Been conned by myself. Was the best lie I ever told. No word is as beautiful as go. No word is as beautiful as no. Start clapping. Minutes, 25 seconds. Boy was brought out from the lockup. Cold, gloomy, nifty autumn day. First group component. Joke. Jeff. Steve. Brett. Run, Huntsman shouted again. The boys set off at a run. Tally ho! The general howled and unleashed in the whole pack of Borzoi hounds. He hunted him down and felled his mother. The dog tore the child to little shreds. Since the general was put in the ward, what should one have done with him? Shot him? Shot him in order to satisfy one's moral feelings? Tell me, Alicia, my...
The canal lies behind me. The road is to my left. These are my representative works, pouring the piss out of bottles. Words are too colorful. These are my representative works, revising the table of contents by hand, walking with no intention, confused by verbs, scripting, assorted sources, mistaking fonts for words, collected trash, selected decay, representative works, anatomy of nothing.